Would you actually be able to defend yourself with a revolver? Stay tuned to find out. Hey guys, it's Carter here with Patriot Training Center, and today I'm going to show you the basics of defensive revolver. I don't really think that revolvers are necessarily a good option for defense purposes. I think that the technology has well surpassed revolver days. There are some applications for them in self-defense. For the most part, find a reliable semi-auto that's a good defensive gun. You can have the higher magazine capacity. They're very reliable these days. So that doesn't mean that you shouldn't learn or at least know how to run a revolver. So I'm going to teach you a little bit in this video right here. So today I've got a 686 plus, a Smith & Wesson. It's a 7-shot revolver, and it's a full stainless model. It's really nice and pretty. It's been shot a little bit. So first we need to know safety. Let's say you come up on a revolver and you need to clear it for some reason. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to open this cylinder. So Smith & Wesson's, the cylinder release is pressed forward. I think Colt's it's backwards, and Ruger's you push in. But first thing we're going to do is open that cylinder. Now I'm going to take it with my non-dominant hand, and I'm just going to double check it. So I need to check and make sure all of these cylinders are clear. You have, in this case, you have 7 chambers that a bullet could be, and you want to make sure they're all clear. Now you want to double check yourself, make sure that you didn't miss any. You need to see light all the way through those. Now you can do whatever you need to do with the gun. If there are rounds in there, then you just need to pop them out, or you can kind of dump them into your hand with your ejector rod like this. So I'm holding the gun with my non-dominant hand. My fingers come through the actual frame onto the cylinder, and I can, if I'm doing it quickly and I'm trying to reload and eject spent brass, I'm gonna pop it with my hand like that. But if you're just emptying it, you can empty them out into your hand, and then just double check and make sure everything's clear. Then you can do whatever you need to do with the gun. But you have to make sure that all of those cylinders are clear before you ever mess with the gun otherwise. So that's how you clear the gun. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to load the revolver. There's a couple different ways to do this. If you're just proactively loading it in a situation where you're at home, you're getting ready to carry this and you need to load it, you can load each cartridge one by one. And the way you do that is that you're putting them in the chamber, dropping them in there, one by one. It's pretty self-explanatory here. Obviously this is slow, so we don't want to be doing that in a gunfight, but now we have all of the chambers loaded. Now the gun is loaded and ready to fire. All right, so if I want to clear it, I'm going to open the cylinder. I'm going to dump those rounds out. I'm going to stow them, and I'm going to check to make sure I have 7 clear chambers, or 6, or however many chambers there are. I'm going to check them. All right, so that's the way you would single load them. The other way you can do it is with a speed strip. So a speed strip looks like this. These are little rubber pieces, and you put 2 in at a time and kind of tear them off. So with the speed strips, I like to set mine up. So this is actually set up for like a 6-shot revolver, and I do 2-2-2. They're easier to not get crossed up, and it's faster to load that way. So the way this works is you find 2, you pick 2 out, put them in the chamber, and kind of rip them out like that. Okay, so that would be the way that you would do that. A little bit faster than loading them single. It's actually a lot faster. So I'm going to clear this again and show you a different method. So opening the cylinder, dumping those rounds out, double checking, making sure it's clear. Those are going to go aside. The next way you can do it, which is my preferred method if you're reloading it, like if you have an emergency reload and you need to get the gun reloaded fast, a speed loader. It's a lot faster. Now, a lot faster is relative. It's still quite a bit slower than a magazine on a semi-auto, but it is definitely a lot faster than single loading them. So as you can see right here, I have on my belt, I've got some speed loaders. This is what they look like. So I have 7 rounds in here. Okay, so the speed loader is nice because you have all 7 and you can pop them in and go. So it puts all 7 in at once, or all 6, or however big your speed loader is. The downsides of it is you can get really really fumbly with this, especially if you're trying to load up all 7 at once, kind of trying to get it all lined up and make sure they all go in. So the trick that I learned is take 2, focus on 2 and line 2 up, and the rest of them will get pressed in. So with this method, what I'm doing, this specific speed loader, you have to twist this little piece right here. They make them where you can actually just push them, which are nicer. I think the Safariland Comp 2s are really nice for that because you could just press them and go. With this model, I'm going to twist the top, let them drop. I'm going to let the speed loader drop because it's no use to me anymore once it's dubbed the ammo, and then I'm back out on target. Okay, so it's definitely a lot faster than the one, and it's a lot faster than the speed strips as well, because you're able to just load 7 or 6 at a time. It makes it way easier and definitely faster. Not as fast as magazine change, but it is a lot faster. So that's how you load the revolver, a couple different ways there. Next, I'm gonna show you how to actually run the revolver, right? So we're gonna just double check and make sure it's clear. All right. So with the fundamentals of marksmanship, obviously grip, sights, trigger, and all of that is the same, except for your trigger control is a little bit different on these. So this is a double action revolver. You can thumb cock it to go into single action, but for defensive purposes, we're only going to work in double action. So a couple things that you need to consider here. So instead of having take up, you have a full stroke, right? So the way you want to place your finger on these is really, it's not necessarily on the pad, it's actually right against the crease right here, like that. That's ideal for me at least. And the way you want to do it is you're stroking it in and letting it back out at the same speed. So you're not prepping, it's not like you're prepping a trigger and then easy going through the wall. You're actually stroking it all the way through. So that's how you're working it. Obviously, sight alignment and sight picture and all of that is the same, but your trigger control is a little bit different there. Okay, guys, so I'm out here. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna show you a couple different methods. I'm gonna load the chambers one by one, and then I'm gonna try it with the speed strips, and then I'm gonna show you what that looks like with a speed loader. So I'm gonna shoot this Patriot Trading Center target, and we'll see how it goes. So first, we're going to load it singly. So I pop those out of there, brace it up against myself. I'm gonna rip these out, put those back in. See, these things get hung up to these HKS ones. Sometimes they don't drop all the way free. The nice thing is, so gravity is your friend here. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you have as much gravity as possible. So you're loading down like this, and then when you unload, you want to go straight up like that. You don't want to cock to the side, because then those casings will not come all the way out. So you want to make sure you're straight up and down, pop that thing, and then go straight down, reload it. So that's what it looks like. Those are some basics. There's obviously a lot more to this than just that, but those are the basics there. As you can see here, for all you Instagrammers, I did get all my hits there, so I am showing you the target, don't ask. If you guys thought that that was helpful or have any comments, leave them down in the comments section. If you guys want to get better at shooting, we have a 30-day dry fire program. It's in the description below. Go check that out. It'll help you become a better shooter. We'll catch you guys in the next one.